Mike, NBA playoffs, and we hesitated to do a segment on this because it's always changing. But one thing has been sort of a constant through this is the injuries. Mm-hmm. I don't buy into the fact that this shortened season, all these crazy games, are why these guys are getting hurt now. They should have got hurt sooner.
Well, how about Howard? How about in Howard's case, a back injury?
7-foot man.
It's lingered, and now this season where he's playing every night, he can't. It's to the point where he can't play. I mean.
It would have happened if it would have happened.
Well, of course we don't know. I mean, there's no way of knowing it. I mean, the Derrick Rose thing. I mean, he missed half the season, or a third of the season, so you can't put it on that. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's what we do know out of this: Howard, Derrick Rose. I'm going to bring up another guy in a second. These injuries are going to impact their teams big time now. It's going to change dynamics. The funny thing is that Magic are still winning in their series. It's like, again, and Howard, Rose, I think it's going to hurt the Bulls, not against the Sixers. I think they can still win that series, but everybody had them pitted against Miami down the road and maybe the Bulls coming out of this. Not now. He wasn't the same player all year because he was battling a knee injury all year. Mm-hmm. I first thought when I saw the injury with the Sixers, I thought, they could steal the series. I think this will motivate the Bulls even more because you sort of the wounded animal kind of theory. They will rally with themselves even more.
It's interesting. I wonder if the fact that they played without him so much, I wonder how that plays into this. If that's a good thing from the Bulls' point of view or a bad thing. I think sometimes there's such a sense of desperation that comes out of if you suddenly lose a guy. I wonder if you don't get that sudden thing if you've already
been
used
through
to
it
be.
before.
I don't know. Maybe I'm overanalyzing that.
If the Eagles were hoping to steal a game on the road to start the series, which I was hoping they could here in Chicago, I think that goes out the window. We'll see. Maybe I'm dead wrong, but I think Watson stepping in, this Bulls team will become more. It's going to be harder to pinpoint who the go-to guy is because Rose isn't there.
Oh, no doubt about that. No doubt.
Now I got to bring up one more injury. Stoudemire for Amari Stoudemire of the Knicks. Close game against Miami there tonight. They're now down 0-2 in the series as we talk about this. Hits a fire hydrant in the hallway in frustration and fractures his hand. So here's an injury where he's out at least one game, if not out for the series. And I don't know if they're going to beat Miami. Miami was playing pretty darn well, but they might get swept now.
I think there was a good chance they were going to get swept anyway. I think they're toast. So it's remarkable only in the sense of how stupid it is. And I would put the thing that Rondo for the Celtics did in the same category, where he's putting himself. And he said afterward, "Well, I tripped. He did trip. He did step on the guy's foot a little bit, but that's because he's right up against him, chasing after him, sort of."
They're just bad liars,
and they're in trouble. The Celtics are in some trouble. They lose Game 1 on the road. Now they have Game 2 in Atlanta without him. Who is, I think, clearly their best player at this point. So
he would have done better if he just would have said, "Yeah, I screwed up. I lost my cool for a second." Because then Kevin Garnett goes, "Well, I didn't see the play." No, if you watch the replay, he's on the ground, and Kevin Garnett looks over, and when he sees the second tee, he's going, "What? There goes my point guard. 18 assists a game."
Yeah, there you go. So, so often the stuff that's sort of extracurricular in the NBA is more interesting and more amusing than the game itself, and this is sort of another example of that.
It's changing the dynamics of these playoffs.
It really is. There's no doubt. These are very significant players. Yeah, no question.